People who give job interviews. What are some subtle red flags that say this person won't be a good hire? 1. I once interviewed someone who told me she technically wasn't allowed to be in the building because someone on another floor had a restraining order against her. 2. I was hiring someone with web development skills. Asked a candidate to tell me about a time they encountered a critical error and how they fixed it. Their response: well, I was on our website and noticed some information was out of date. A critical error. So I told the web development team we needed to update that critical error. 3. When asked about their experience with a topic, they stick to reciting textbook definitions of terminology rather than demonstrating any understanding of how to apply it. Had one person who was literally forwarding our questions into ChatGPT and then reciting rambling answers that provided definitions of keywords in our questions rather than actually answering the question. Like, would ask what's something a previous employer or educator has recognized you for, and they'd answer examples of things that an employer might recognize an employee for are. 4. My favorite story of red flags was when I screened resumes for a restaurant. A couple walked in dirty, disheveled and reeking of weed. This is long before it was legal. And asked for applications. They were paper then. They popped at the bar to fill them out and the woman goes, babe, what's my zip code? I'm so high right now. Then about 5 minutes later, as they are handing the applications to me, the guy goes, hey, are we getting interviewed now? I got kids in the car. The woman interrupted, they are fine, they are in car seats. I was horrified. It was January. Ran the papers up to the owner in her office, repeated both comments. She looks outside, jots down the plate number and called the local cops. When the cops got there, the two of them were trying to get free beers from the bar manager. I'm not sure what happened from there. When I clocked out, the cops had them outside and CPS was involved. So yeah. Don't come to apply for a job, have an interview high smelling and begging for booze while your toddlers wait in the car in the cold. 5. Candidates submitted a take-home test by email. They forgot to excise the text of the email reply chain with their buddy, in which, if you scrolled far enough, you could see A. Their buddy helped them with the test, actually. Buddy did most of it, and B. The two of them weighing up the finer points of a drug deal they were participating in. 6. I can teach anything but giving a damn. If your interview doesn't show you give a damn, it was a waste. Ask questions people like you are sincerely trying to determine what the role is and entails. 7. I work in politics and hire a lot of entry-level positions. With some firms, the only qualification is a pulse. In the screening call, pre-interview, I ask them about an issue that they care about. This is to first weed out anyone that doesn't have a clue what is going on, and also to weed out someone on the other side of the aisle. It very much is a partisan position. One person last year slipped up and somehow passed the screening call. In our office, there were cardboard cutouts of 3 prominent political figures, 2 presidents and a VP. All household names at this point. He got to the office, saw the cardboard cutouts, and asked who they were.